So once again, student, good morning. So today we are discussing another important topic in measurement, that is called significant figures. So before significant figures, the terms come that is called accuracy. Accuracy of a measurement is a measure that how close the measured value is to the true value. So we can say it is a how close is the measured value to the true value. That is called accuracy. You perform some experiment, your teacher told you that its answer should be 6 seconds, but after solving you get 5.8 seconds. Another student get 5.9 seconds. So its accuracy is more as compared to its accuracy. So in doing the experiment, it is very important to find out accuracy, but accuracy depends. There is another term that is called precision beta. Precision basically up to what resolution the quantity is measured by measuring instrument. Precision is the we can say up to what resolution, up to what resolution a given quantity is measured. A given quantity is measured. That is called precision. Precision basically determined by the least count of the instrument. So always remember least count. Small is the least count, more will be precision. More will be the precision. So if I want to explain the difference in simple way, let us suppose I given you a target that you have to hit at the center. So I given this target to the 3 students. A student hit all these bullets inside it, but another student hit and this, but another hit this, and some of the bullet inside this. So what will you say? What about target? Target this. I will say it's good accuracy, क्योंकि सारे के सारे अंदर हिट कर रहे हैं. इसका प्रेसिजन भी अच्छा और एक्यूरेसी भी अच्छी है. इसमें एक्यूरेसी तो नहीं अच्छी, पर इसका प्रेसिजन ठीक है, बट नॉट एक्यूरेट. और इसमें अगर मैं बोलूँ तो एक्यूरेसी तो है, बट प्रेसिजन पुअर है. क्योंकि देखो ना, 2-3 तो हिट करके बाकी देखो कहाँ पे आंसर मैच ही नहीं कर रहा है उसके लिए. सो दिस इज वी कॉल्ड एक्यूरेसी एंड प्रेसिजन. व्हेन यू परफॉर्म द एक्सपेरिमेंट, your reading will decide that how accurate and which instrument you are going to get the precise result. And this the another topic that comes, that is called about significant figures. You perform some experiment, you get some readings. They'll get some readings. So next topic is very again important, that is called significant figures. So write down in your copy that is about significant figures. Significant figures. So question comes, what are significant figures? A student performed the experiment that after performing thus he get the reading is, sir, after solving I get the reading is 3.38 centimeter. I given some assignment to find the length of some measurement, and after doing the experiment he came to me, sir, this is my result, 3.38 centimeter. Now I asked, are you sure this is your result? He said, sir, I am confident about these 2 digits, but I have a doubt in this one. So this is the definition of significant figures, that we are confident about all the digit plus 1 digit about which we are not confident. Is it clear? Very simple, very simple. So this is called significant figures. There are some rules to find the significant figure. So I will not write rule, I will discuss. So first rule, that all non-zero digits are significant. If I write 1, 2, 3, 4, so answer will be 4 significant figures. Second rule, all the zero occurring between two non-zero digits are significant. It means if I write 1, 0, 0, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so answer will be 5. But if I write 1, 2, 0, 0, answer will be 2. Why? Last digit is in not a non-zero digit, it is a zero digit, and all the zero right of this is not significant. But since these zeros is between the two non-zero digits, so these are significant. Rule number 3, if the number is less than 1, if the number is less than 1, then all these zeros on the right of the decimal point and to the left of first non-zero digit are not significant. 0.0023 beta. All the zero to the this side and left side of the first non-digit zero. I'm underlining beta. All these are not significant. So significant figure it will be 2. Next is, if a number is without a decimal point, then all the zeros trailing to the right hand side is not significant. Rule number 4, that I already discussed. If I write 1290, so significant will be figure will be 3, since I am not writing. Since this is not a decimal point, so we will not consider this. However, if there is a decimal point, this is rule number 5. However, if the same question 1.290, if there is a decimal point, then all the 0 to the trailing side is also significant. So in this case, answer will be 4 beta. तो ये याद रखना है, ठीक है. Now I come to rule number 6. Rule number 6 says that if you change the unit of a quantity, the number of significant figures remain same. It is a simple one for you. So these are the some rule which we use to find the significant figure. Let us do practice. I ask you a simple question that, for example, tell me what is significant figures in 12.3650, and another question I ask 78.5350. You have to tell me the number of significant figures. So very simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, take some time to solve this. Solve this with us. You can take your time. That how to what will be significant figures in the next case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, do one more example. 1, 2, 3, 8, 3.4.00, 4200, 4200 kg, 0.02340. Solve and tell me what is the significant of figures in this case. No. Okay, you get, check your answer. In this case 4, in this case 5, 2, 4, 4. Now student might be, sir यहाँ पे तो 2 लिख दिए, यहाँ पे आपने 4 लिख दिए. बेटा listen carefully. If in the quantity it's written the unit, then you have to consider these zeros also. But it is without the unit, then you will not consider, you will write 2 as a. Is it clear? So this is about the significant figures. Next question come, how to add the two numbers in significant addition. How to do the addition? Very simple concept. If I want to add 6, 7, 8 and I want to add 1.7, 6.8 and 1.7 I want to add. So how I will add? Please check beta. Very simple. If you add, you get 8, 7, 16 to 4. Now you will see what is the minimum significant figures. This is the minimum. Now in this minimum significant figure, it is written 0.7. So how many digits after decimal point? Only one. So answer will be like this, that after rounding off you should have only one digit after decimal point. So answer will be 4.4. I suppose you know the method to round off the number. If it is not clear, again I little bit discuss. If it is 0.567, I want to round off up to 2 digits. If number is greater than 5, then you will increase this number by 1. But if in the same it is written 1.64, this number is less than 1, you will retain as it is 1.6. And if substitute answer, if it is written 5, then depending upon even number and odd, we can replace. If it is even, then you will increase. If it is odd, then you will retain as it is. Now this one is clear, that to add the two numbers, what will you do? Simply addition, and after doing the addition you will write see what are the minimum significant figures, and in that minimum significant figure you will take the number of digits after decimal point. Since in this case there is only one digit, so after solving I get answer comes out to be 4.4. Let us do subtraction. Same case is subtraction. Same case is subtraction. If I subtract 12.587 out of 12.5, what I get? I get 87.00. Again, this is the minimum significant of figure, it is subtraction. Now here only one digit, but in my answer you can see there are 3 digits after decimal, so I will round off and I get answer is 0.1. In the similar way, when I multiply significant figures, I multiply 4.2 with 2.13. If you multiply, we'll solve. Let us simply multiply 213 multiply by 42, it comes with 6, 2, 2, 4, 12, 5, 8, 6, 4, 9, 8. So 1, 2, 3. So after multiplication I get 8.946. But what will be the answer? Answer will be again the minimum number of significant figures when you multiply. You can see here the significant figures are 3, but here is 2. So answer should be minimum 2 significant figures. So answer will be 8.9. Why it is 8.9? Since this number is less than 5, when I round off I get it is 8.5. The same rule is applicable when you divide the two quantities. I think now it is clear to all of you. So hope it is clear. And still you have doubt, but you can ask me, practice more and more question based on that, so that you could solve the numericals. Thank you very much.